You said deliverance is temporary if the enemy still has access.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. But the Lord is the author of deliverance.
Mm.
How can what the Lord authors be temporary?
Yeah. Yeah. Ask the Israelites. You know, just because you were delivered doesn't mean you conquered anything. You know, Moses was delivered, Joshua was a conqueror. And many of us are excited because we made it out of something. The devil don't care about you making it out. He cares about you making it in. But making it in, you got to be qualified. It's why only 2 out of 2 million made it in from that generation, right? So to be delivered is just, that's the beginning. It's the beginning. Before it to be sustained, you have to have a life of worship. And where there's no worship, you're wandering. And people wonder why they wander. But you'll wander whenever you don't have a life of worship, not a song of worship. Because worship is not a song. Genesis 22 is the first time the word love and the first time the word worship are mentioned in the Bible, right? The law first mentioned. So it's first mentioned in the context where God tells Abraham, take your son, your only son, whom you love, and sacrifice him as a burnt offering, right? And then the Bible says Abraham gets to the foot of the mountain. He turns to the guys and said, me and the lad are going up yonder to worship. We'll be back. There was no music. There was no musicians.
Come on.
There was no praise team. There were no lights. There were no fog. There's no sound system. So worship is not your favorite Maverick City song. Worship is obedience to God. It's not even sacrifice. It's obedience. That's why the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. And I always thought that when he said, I'm going to worship, that when he laid Isaac down, that was worship. That wasn't worship. Worship was when he took the first step up the mountain. Worship is obedience. Worship is obedience. And if you don't live an obedient life, this is Paul. Paul says, present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your reasonable act of worship. So, right, your reasonable act of service. So my life to God is worship, my devotion to God. And this is why idols must be exposed, because idols demand devotion.
Oh, no.
Right? Idols are carried, high places are built, but all high places need an altar. Because altars expose allegiance. And this is the place. This is the place where we choose what we're going to be devoted to. This is the place where we choose our allegiance. This is the place where we choose our commitment. Right? So that's why this matters. That's why it matters to God. That's why he taught so much about idols. It's not that God is threatened by idols. God, come on, man. God's not in a fight with the devil.
Come on, man.
That's insulting to God. He created Lucifer. God's not in a fight with the devil. You're